What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're back in La Grande at the same Walmart. Actually, the exact same parking spot. So, this morning we woke up in Prosser? Yeah, woke up in Prosser and made it down to Pendleton. Picked up that unit, got it down to Bend, and made it back to La Grande and grabbed this fifth wheel. So, as you saw on Instagram, we cut it a little close. Hit a little traffic coming off of the road where the pick yard is, and that slowed me down. And then the light right here stayed red forever, and that slowed me down. Would have had about 2, maybe 3 minutes to spare if all that hadn't happened. But one of these days I will quit cutting it that close. I was going to just park tonight, but I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't want to hook up after it had been dark all night and it was cold and the sun was still out when I grabbed the unit. I got here, I parked, I went into Walmart, I got everything I need for tomorrow. So the sun was still up when I hooked up. It was warmer and it wasn't dark, so that was my reasoning for grabbing it tonight and pushing the clock a little bit instead of just parking and calling it. And now I'll actually get to sleep in. I'll get like 12 hours off duty instead of 10. So that's cool. For whatever reason, going down 84, about 30-ish miles west of Pendleton, coming back this afternoon, traffic stopped. Like, we were going and then traffic halted, and it stayed halted for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we started moving again. No accident, no construction, just stopped. I don't know. After my video that actually I filmed right here a couple days ago, I've had a lot of questions about, well, you said there's yards here and over here. What do I do? There's no yards around me. One of you specifically said you live in Miami. I think it was Miami. It was definitely Florida. And I'm sure that applies to a lot of you. Like I've said before, I got extremely lucky that I live right next to 4 yards. It keeps me really busy, and I get to be home a lot. The only thing that's going to change with you not having a yard close to you and having to travel a bit to get to your load is that's the only difference that's going to make between me and you is I'm home a little more. It's easy for me to grab a unit, sleep at the house, go drop the unit, and play that game back and forth. That's really the only thing that's going to change. Because once you get out into that first unit, you're in the exact same situation I am. Looking at the load board and trying to plot where you're going next. And I usually try to look 2 or 3 loads in advance. You're not always going to get that, and getting booked on 3 loads at once is pretty difficult, if not impossible. That's a topic for another video, or maybe just a little secret. Just finding ways to work the board in your favor. That's really what it comes down to. So, perfect example. If you guys recall, a few weeks ago, I went out for 10 days, 8 driving, and I made $5,800. That was gross. That was before fuel, before everything. But I had a load going from Pendleton, Oregon to Golden, Colorado. And I saw another load from Bismarck, North Dakota to Rochester Hills, Michigan. So I booked both of those. I picked up the Pendleton load, and because it happened to take me by my house, I parked at my house. I did a 34, so I had a fresh 70 hours, and then I took off. I took off on Super Bowl Sunday, which led to that other video. Something I hope I never have to deal with again. Dropped that one Monday, and Tuesday picked up the boat and had the boat delivered Wednesday, and I rolled the dice because there's almost always, like one time I have not seen it, a load going from Indiana to my house. So my plan was grab that, do a reset along the road, bam. But as I mentioned in another video, just the way everything lined out and weather that was coming in and everything that was happening, and then they wanted me to do a short load out of Indiana. I wound up going to Virginia and then doubling back to Indiana and then grabbing that long load home. $5,800 in 8 days of work. It's all a matter of making the load board work for you. Now, you're not going to get those kind of weeks every day, but you can make it work for you. No, I just went out for, well, this will end my cycle. I'll have probably 8 or 9 hours left when I'm done with this load. And I made I think close to $3,000 gross in 5 days. You know, that's more realistic. But there was a good amount of deadhead in there, so my profit was a lot less than if I had gone and done an Indiana run. But I didn't want to go to Indiana just yet. I do already have a load booked, and we are heading east. Probably Tuesday, maybe Sunday. I'm keeping an eye out for something else, so we might start heading east Sunday. But they're doing a yard audit Monday, so I can't pull out of that yard to grab the load that I have booked. So you'll see where we're going come Tuesday. But like I said, I'm waiting for a specific load that pops up fairly regularly. If it happens to come up tomorrow, I'm going to nab it, and then we'll be on the road Sunday. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that information because, like I said, I got really lucky with where I live. That's not something that everyone is going to have. And really, once you get past your first load, so maybe you deadhead 8 hours to get your first load. After that, you're in the exact same position I am. We're no different. I'm just luckier on my start because I have 4 miles as my closest yard. Once you get past that, there's no difference. Where you live doesn't make an iota of difference. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that information, and as always, keep you updated as to what happened today. So with that, as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.